It says it's planned for me, not that it's live. Oh no, it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Benoit Jericho here. We are taking just a moment before we get into the actual show, per normal, just getting it shared everywhere. Had to check the audio there so you heard my recording there in the background. Today, it's been a while, and I had to go jump through some hoops to make this happen, but we have a guest that used to frequent the commentary table with us. Um, Today, Sander Cool is back, but he is not here live from episode 66, not ringside at least. He's on the mic with us from his in home um, commentary setup or audio setup from his home in New York City. Sander Cool, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys. Yeah, it's been a while, SPJ, since I've been on this commentary desk. I hope everybody can hear me well. I haven't tested this home set in like what, years? Years?
I
Yeah, I've
I
only
just
used
took a
this for
quick
like
peek
3
there. It
years.
seems everything is good, Sander. So
All right, that sounds good. That sounds good. But yeah, I'm joining you guys today from my home. It's been a while since I've been on commentary. SPJ, I want to thank you for all the help that you did to get me to do commentary for tonight. I am looking forward to the show, and let's see what we got for tonight.
Sander, as I'm getting in here, um, sending the link to groups and stuff like that, why don't you walk us through how you ended up being suspended from HWA? Just we may have some new viewers that don't know the show very well or haven't followed along and may not understand exactly what's going on. So get into that a little bit here before we launch the actual episode.
Alright, so for anybody that's new here, and for anybody that hasn't followed up, at first I stated a open challenge for HWA. To fight anyone to prove myself in this company after my loss, after the world title loss. You know, we restarted, so hold on here a minute. Hi CFT, you everybody don't listen to him. Just shut up, CFT. I'm talking here. But you know, I was offered a chance, and then James Black came out, and he said he had an opponent for me. He had an opponent for my first open challenge. Now who does he pick? He doesn't pick Ian King. He doesn't pick Jack Harvey. No, James Black, the owner of HWA, comes out and chooses Nora to fight me. That's right. You heard it right. Nora was the one who was chosen to answer my first open challenge. But, you know, I had to deal with it. I went in and I lost. So then, I tried to get a second open challenge and got denied. Because instead of giving me the match that I wanted, instead of, booking me on the show and giving me a mic and a match, he puts my wife again in a match against Lance Hagen. You know, and then, to make it even better, he puts up an opportunity to get into the Starcade 2 matchup and to get the Women's Championship back into HWA. But, you know, what happened during that match? What happened during that match? Lance nearly killed her. So I stepped in, hit Lance with a chair, and James Black suspended us after that. And ever
No.
since then, ever since that first open challenge, we have had issues with Black ever since.
Well, some would say that the issues were actually caused by you overstepping your boundaries as a competitor, over speaking to his owner.
I mean,
Said if
all
you
I
hadn't
did.
done that, you could possibly be on your way to Starcade. You could have a match tonight, and you could be on your road to Starcade and get your Starcade moment. Were you
I
on?
mean,
Were you part of Starcade 1, Sander? I don't
I was.
recall.
I remember John Awesome cashing in on me. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's correct.
He cashed in on me, and I never got my rematch for that. I never got my rematch for that championship. Let me make that very clear here. I never got my rematch for the HWA World Heavyweight Championship. And all I did in that owners meeting, because all I did was just issue an open challenge for me to prove myself. That's all I did. But apparently James Black took an issue with that. And ever since then he has taken it out on my wife, and he never tried to take it to me.
All right, Sander, thanks for that little background. It has definitely been a ride for the Cools once again. That's been the story of your career here in the HWA. You've been put through the ringer, per se, the whole time you've been here. But that's all we have time now. We've got to get this episode fired up. And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that this is an unfinished product. You will know that. It will be evident. We've got to get this episode out, though. We still have to do the HWA qualifying matches for that Star Cage. We've got to get started on the production and the build for Starcade 2. And we want to start the new year with Season 3. So let's get fired up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Sander, for jumping on as a guest referee. Enjoy the episode. Hit that like button for us.
Let's see what they got. And I mean, just to get a little bit more clear, CFT reminded me that at Starcade it was a mixed tag match against Hired Gun and his, well, Goonie.
All right, thank you to Five Finger Death Punch. Wash It All Away, or Wash It Away, the theme song for HWA Universe Mode Season 2. Great things from those guys. Now, Sander Cool, thank you again. Beside me, Hector Ramirez, or Hector Dominguez. Jesus, Hector's going to get angry if he hears me say that. I know he doesn't have his headphones on right now, but let's kick off the first match of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. This one bound to be a high-flying banger, as the kids say. We've got Durgos making his way to the ring now, Sander.
There goes. I know this guy very, very well. I've seen him grow. I've seen him rise up here in HWA and everywhere else. So every time Diego steps into that ring, it's just a masterclass of high flying. So I'm curious to see what he will do in this match.
Thank you. And his opponent, a man that we've only seen basically in one Forged in Pain Friday night match. That is Tyler Justice. I'm not very familiar with him, but perhaps you and him have some history. Perhaps you could fill the crowd in on Mr. Tyler Justice for us a little bit, Sander.
I mean, I've had a run-in with Tyler Justice many years ago. I mean, he's a good guy. He does what he needs to do, but am I a fan of him? Not really. I'm honestly saying this. I think Dergos is the favorite in this matchup.
It's hard not to pick Dergos as a favorite in pretty much every match that he fights in, but here's a look at Tyler Justice. Looks like he's in very good shape here, ready to go.
I mean, Tyler Justice probably has hit the gym over the summer to get ready and to get back into the action. So, again, Tyler Justice has something to prove here in HWA, I think.
Tyler Justice coming to us recommended from the general manager of Worldwide Wrestling, CFT, said that he could possibly have a second coming in his career. He never really got a chance to take off and shine the last time he was in Worldwide Wrestling, so looking to get a little bit of work here. So maybe this could open the door for big things with Tyler Justice moving forward in hybrid and possibly catapult his career into bigger, better things in the future across this EFED industry as a whole for us.
I mean, if he wants to do that, all to him. But all it takes is one match to get that going. That's all you need.
And here we go. Speaking of match, this thing kicking off. Referee Teddy Williams signaling for the bell. Dergos dodging out of the way. Tyler Justice going for a chop, but Dergos avoiding that. Oh, and then gets hit with a flapjack. Dergos recovered quickly. Inzaguri to the side of the head, and now Dergos right back where we thought he was going to take this match, right, controlling things as a diving crossbody up the top ropes. Dergos already flying several times here in the early onset of this match.
See, this is the power of Dergos. You have to keep Dergos grounded if Tyler Justice wants to win this match.
Good luck with that, as Dergos has already been flying here in this one, showing us exactly what the Dragon is about. Now Tyler Justice in a bad way. Oh, dodged that one, going for the double foot stomp is Dergos. Tyler Justice avoided that one in the corner, and he is back on the attack. What a slam there from Justice.
That's a good move. That's a good move. See, they're both already going with those rapid-fire moves. They don't both want to waste any time in this matchup.
I didn't know a whole lot about Tyler Justice offense, but it appears that he is a fast, athletic guy as well. And what a float-over DDT! What a move. Blacked Out Label Entertainment checking in from KCW.
Welcome to the show.
King's Court Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, newer friend of the program, joining our community of partners. So make sure you check out KCW. I know the likes of Mad Dog X has already joined KCW and is part of the ranks over there. The hardcore champion, last I heard, is Mad Dog X. And now Dergos floating over, but Tyler Justice dodging that one. Dergos, poor judgment right there.
But can Tyler Ace capitalize on it? Can he?
This is not Tyler Ace. This is Tyler Justice. Wrong Tyler. A high knee into a 2 count right there. Justice now back on the top rope. Good cut there. And going for a diving stomp to the midsection of Dergos. Into a pin. There's a 2 count. And no, the Dragon kicks out.
Damn it.
Huge coup de grace from the top rope. Tyler thought he had Dergos right there in this one, but Dergos kicking out of it.
Again, if he keeps this up, he could maybe win this.
Dergos, as we know, one of the competitors that are in the qualifying for that pod at Starrcade. Dergos hopes to have a win here to ride that momentum.
I mean, let me just remind everybody as well. There is going to be a chamber match at Starrcade for the title. Many men are going in, but only one will walk out with that championship.
Absolutely, and at that Star Chamber, the champion, this is not a number one contender match, ladies and gentlemen. The Starrcade there, it's for the title. The champion is in it. We already know John Awesome will be in it to defend his title. We know that the Royal Rumble winner, the Hybrid Rumble winner, rather, Mad Dog X will be in it. And announced recently by James Black himself, Logan Black has a pod.
Interesting style of choice. I mean, I have my very own opinions on that, but I will keep them to myself for now.
And then the 6 remaining qualifiers will be taking on each other here recently over the next few days probably to determine who it is that takes the final 3 spots in the Starrcade cage, the Star Chamber, as they've been referring to it. And now Tyler Justice once again from the top with a frog splash. Lands it on Durgos, center of the ring. But no, he doesn't go for the pin. Instead, leaping, driving the knee across the face of Durgos. Justice now calling Durgos to his feet. Sprinting, he runs and missed. Went for a clubbing forearm, but missed it. Chose a high knee. Durgos in a bad way here. 2 count and 2 right there. Teddy Williams signaling that it's just a 2.
What a matchup for Durgos is on the defense. Who would have thought?
Absolutely. Tyler Justice is giving it to him, going for another stomp. Durgos roll out of the way. That one could have been it right there. The Dragon, the Guardian rises up once again, dodging that one.
But can he rise through? Can he rise through to win this matchup?
Tyler Justice tossing Durgos onto the apron. Durgos now springing over. Springboard off the bottom rope. And what a DDT variant. Springboard leg head scissor DDT or something. I swear to God, Durgos just makes things up on the fly, folks. I don't know what you call that, Sander, but...
I mean, there goes what he does best. He makes moves up right as he goes, just to make sure that he gets that win.
No one can really study this man, because out of the blue he comes up with things that we have never seen before.
I mean, as a competitor myself, sometimes you have to get out of your toolbox to get a victory. No matter what it is, you have to use everything to win.
Durgos now going a little old school, goes from high flying to some straight up brawler, pinning Justice in the corner, delivering a series of punches to the side of the face, and now Durgos going for a pin! A sidewalk slam out of the blue, but just a 2 count, and now Durgos on the top rope. The Dragon will fly, lands it here. Teddy, 2, and now a 3 count. Durgos picks up a hard-fought win.
Congratulations, Durgos. You've earned that win.
Great win for Durgos, absolutely. This match could have been the match of the night on any given episode. Check out the replay here.
See, this is what you like to see. 2 men who go at it and use everything they got. What a matchup.
Here. Absolutely hard-hitting, high-flying opening match right there. I don't know if the rest of the competitors are going to be able to compete with that opening, but they're going to give it a shot. And now we've got Big Daddy Gonzo taking on Will King in a one-on-one matchup. Here comes Parabellum making their way out now. Devil Dog will be in Gonzo's corner.
I have a feeling that this one is going to get out of hand real quickly.
We saw on episode number 65, I don't know exactly what was said still. I haven't had a chance to sit down one-on-one with Gonzo. But apparently Gonzo was not pleased with some of the things that Will King was saying to try to fire up his heel money boys last match, and several times actually attacked Will King. And at times it just broke out into an all-out brawl. Devil Dog going after men that weren't even part of it. Gonzo as well. Will King and Devil Dog, who have been friends for years, actually tied up. And I saw the announcement there, but typically, blacked out, typically we have music playing for the entrances. But as I stated in the beginning of this, I know you probably came in a little bit late. This is an unfinished production. I just had to get this episode out so we can move on and try to stay on our goal schedule for the upcoming events that we have here. This one taking way longer to get produced than I had planned, so I appreciate that offer for the music, but typically we have entrance music for every match.
Well, with that appreciation out of the way, here we have heel money coming down to the ring.
Absolutely, heel money making their way. This one is just going to be a singles match. Will King, the leader of heel money, but we see here Nova Reese and Tyler Ace flanking their leader, Will King. We saw heel money versus Parabellum, as we mentioned last episode. In that one, kind of a little controversy there. The manager of heel money, J.K. Ross, and Will King taking a little bit of a personal jab at the finish of that one. They say that Devil Dog may have taken a little too disrespectful there in the finish, the way that he pinned Tyler Ace and some of the things that were posted after. You know, Devil Dog did reach out to Ross explaining that, you know, just the heat of the battle, no disrespect was meant, just as part of the game. You know, every once in a while you feel good about it and you just go with the flow, and you know, it wasn't really meant as a straight personal disrespect. But you know, we'll see how this one plays out here as the two big boppers are squaring off.
I mean, no disrespect or not, they had problems since this began. It's all been miscommunication, controversial finishes. This match will probably make sure that we have a clean finish.
Absolutely. Maybe it'll work out whatever personal beef that Will King and Big Daddy Gonzo may have here. We know that both of these teams are vying for the top spot, trying to get that shot at Starrcade to face off for that tag team title.
Yeah, the HWA tag team titles. Let's actually have a little bit of a conversation at that, because this is another Starrcade thing. At Starrcade, there will be a tag team match, if I'm correct.
Absolutely. There will be several tag team matches. Which one are you referring to? We know that the Southern Smoke Boys will be defending their title. I don't know if it had been determined as of yet of who they're going to be defending against, because we know that Devil Dog has already been put. It may not actually be Parabellum. It could be heel money versus the Southern Smoke Boys at Starrcade, because we know that Big Daddy Gonzo and Devil Dog are both in singles matches. Devil Dog in that #1 contender match for the World Heavyweight title that James Black put together against a mysterious opponent. And it sounds like early on in the card, Big Daddy Gonzo will be squaring off against Lance Hagen, due to Gonzo actually having a lot to say to Black and to Hagen about that match, about Hagen and Nora actually squaring off, and Gonzo not very happy about that either.
I mean, Gonzo was trying to... I mean, hold on. Oh, that was close. But, I mean, I heard the comments of that, and, I mean, they aren't happy, but let's say that the Southern Smoke Boys retain their titles, and let's, whatever team wins here in this singles match could maybe make an interesting claim to get a shot at those titles.
Gonzo here dodging a giant knee drop from Will King. We saw King, he's a big guy, but every once in a while he surprises me with his flying. Gonzo now springing King off the rope, chasing him around. What's he got going here? Oh, a huge clothesline! All that momentum takes the head off Will King. Gonzo could be beating the King here. No, Will King kicks out of this one at a 2 count. Gonzo thought he had him. What a win in singles competition that would have been for Big Daddy Gonzo. Gonzo not known for his singles competition.
Oh, I mean, he's not known, but he's doing good.
Will King, a former champion here, is vying again for one of those spots in the chamber as well. He never lost his World Heavyweight title at the closing of HWA at one point. So he's getting a shot here, and just like Joe Rivers never actually lost his title.
I mean, all those men, they have a reasonable cause to get a rematch, but again,
Will
I never
King,
had
a
my
flurry.
rematch. And
that's right, you didn't get your rematch against John Awesome either, did you?
Yeah, I never got it again. I never got my rematch. All those men have good causes, but again, only one can walk out of that chamber.
Flying knee from Will King. There's a 2 count, and kicking out after 2 is Gonzo.
2 count.
Gonzalez, a big man, but is definitely the underdog in this one. Will King is his whole life has been a top singles superstar wherever he has gone. So, you know, Gonzo, very inexperienced in that singles competition, has always had, you know, Devil Dog or Jason to tag in when things aren't quite working out. But in this one, he is by himself in there.
I mean, even if he is by himself, he is holding on. He is still in that matchup. So, again, by himself or with a team, he is dangerous.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that Gonzo is dangerous, as he is, again, holding his own here against one of the top stars, Will King, and now tossing Will Snake Eyes style onto that top turnbuckle.
I mean,
putting the boots to him now, a running face wash in the corner.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
King not appreciating that, sprinting and retaliating with a big knee and a huge forearm shot to the side of the face. Will King definitely did not appreciate that face wash. Oh, a knee! Knee to the face of Gonzo.
I mean, I don't think Gonzo's gonna appreciate that either.
He's got the choke in right now. Will King choking out Gonzo. Let's see if he can make him submit. Gonzo, there it is, tapping out to Will King.
Congratulations to Will King on that submission victory. It is not easy to tap him out.
The leader of Heel Money, Will King, picking up a singles win here over Gonzo of Parabellum. Couple of highlights. Here's that huge clothesline from earlier.
Oh, that clothesline looks painful. But the question is, does it make them a case for the top spots in the HWA Tag Team division? And is it a statement towards the chamber?
It could very well be both.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is a statement of both. But again,
here we go, the whole of Heel Money in the middle of the ring right now, celebrating here. And hold on, there's someone at the top of the ramp coming in. It's the Southern Smoke Boys.
What are they doing here?
Jason Michaels and Mike Jeter are attacking Heel Money in the middle of the ring. The tag team champions taking out Heel Money after their win.
Is this what I think it is? Are the Smoke Boys making it known to their opponents?
I would take it that way myself. I guess the Southern Smoke Boys could have just chosen who they want as their opponent for Starrcade 2. And it looks like it is. It will be Nova Reese and Tyler Ace of Heel Money taking on the American Outlaw Jason Michaels and Money Mike Jeter, the Southern Smoke Boys, at Starrcade 2.
Alright, that's gonna be a huge match, but I mean, we gotta move on to this. We gotta move on to the next match.
Absolutely, and coming down, a big announcement earlier. This man, Jason Dixon, fame, the world champion of XIW, will be challenging his opponent that's here tonight, X, at Starrcade for that United States title. The troubleshooter, Jason Dixon, versus the man they call X. And we'll see them right here tonight in a non-title match.
I mean, that's gonna be a big match. I think, honestly, that match could go either way.
There we go, a look at X, the new United States champion who recently won the title off a newly injured Ryan Shaw, who hasn't returned from Alcatraz yet. Or, Hallowed Ground, rather, right?
Yeah, Hallowed Ground. It was Hallowed Ground, SPJ.
Hallowed Ground, Ryan Shaw got injured. X able to win the title. Shaw got attacked earlier in the night, if you remember correctly, by that masked assailant from XIW who turned out to be the sadistic Joker. We haven't seen much of the Joker other than an FIP. But the Joker, no doubt, injuring Ryan Shaw, keeping him from his title rematch. So X now claiming that the United States Championship will defend it for his first time against the man he's taking on tonight, Jason Dixon.
I mean, look at that United States Championship. It's a very beautiful title, but I mean, X is up against some tough competition. Jason Dixon is not anybody. He is really, really good in that ring.
Absolutely is. One of the top up-and-coming stars across the EFED industry is Jason Dixon, the troubleshooter. Great on the mic, great in the ring, and he is currently the XIW World Champion.
I mean, he's doing business good for himself, so I wonder, could he pick up that United States title here in HWA?
Very well could. Let's see how things fare tonight. The winner of this would definitely be going into Starrcade 2 with the momentum over the other one. So let's see, possibly if Jason Dixon wins this one, we could be getting a look at a result of Starrcade 2.
True. I mean,
Dixon starting off early dive from the top rope, looking to put X away early. A 2 count. The resilient comeback kid X battles out of that one. Very athletic leg drop right there from Dixon.
it is, but I mean, let me just say this. If he can't make any mistakes if he wants to get that championship. You have to avoid mistakes like that in a championship match.
Absolutely, and X is one that has always been known to capitalize on people's mistakes. He's got great stamina.
Exactly.
That's why he's a comeback kid. He can be taking a beating from anyone, and out of the blue sees one opening, takes advantage of it, and ends up picking up the win. And that's wherever he goes, earning the nickname Comeback Kid. That's not a name that he chose for himself. Some people give themselves nicknames. A Comeback Kid definitely has earned his across the industry.
Exactly. He always knows how to make a comeback. No matter how bad it looks for him in the match, he always manages to make a comeback no matter what.
Jason Dixon showing off a little bit there in the ring, but right back on the attack. No nonsense typically is Jason Dixon. He likes, as he says, he likes to call it in the ring. He can talk on the mic very well, and he's definitely an amazing artist. Great rap skills and tells a good story on the mic. But he doesn't really talk a lot of trash. He likes to call it in the ring again, as he says, and let his hands do the talking.
I mean, Jason Dixon, I know him very, very well. I faced him a few times. Jason Dixon is the type of guy who gets in the ring, gets
Champion
gets the
X
done.
rolling him up. Hold on, Sander. X has got him up in a submission hold. Let's see if he can tap out Jason Dixon. The troubleshooter in trouble right now, but it looks like he's going to break out of this hold.
Again, that's exactly what I mean. Jason Dixon gets into that ring and gets the job done. He doesn't want to talk about it. He wants to get it done.
Dixon now springing. What a moonsault. Springboard moonsault off the middle rope. Now Dixon going up to the top in the corner. What's he going to do here? I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but he's going to fly with an elbow, but catching him in midair is X.
Oh, what?
Look at the strength of X catching Jason Dixon in midair. The United States champion going for a pin. I think everyone here in the crowd surprised.
I mean, I can hear the crowd. I'm sadly not there, but what?
I know Jason Dixon, not a big, heavy guy, but still the momentum off the top rope just for X to be able to catch him. X, one of the smaller guys on our roster, catch Dixon in midair like that. Now going for another submission, but this time Dixon kicking out once again. X fails to submit Jason Dixon twice here so far. Now right into a pin. Dixon kicking out of that as well.
I mean, this is what I mean. Jason Dixon doesn't give up, just like X. He doesn't give up. He keeps on fighting. So what X gotta do is he gotta go get out of his toolbox. Oh wait, hold on.
X is leaking here, folks. You can see the blood running down from underneath that baseball cap of X.
I mean, X is probably gonna get looked at after this matchup.
Now Jason Dixon sees where that blood is coming from, like a shark with blood in the water. He's going right after the head here. Vicious Russian leg sweep, and now Dixon on the attack. It looks like the blood maybe getting into the eyes of X. Dixon sees it still, a big knee shot to the face. You open that cut up enough, you gotta think that Teddy Williams is keeping an eye on that wound, making sure that the champions can still compete. Blood all over, running down the left or right eye of X here.
But X will never say no. X will never give up. That's how I know X. So.
Uh-oh, the troubleshooter. Jason Dixon locks in the troubleshooter. X is in trouble. And the comeback kid has tapped out.
What
Jason Dixon picks up a win.
What
tapping X out with the troubleshooter, folks.
What a statement from Jason Dixon.
If this happens at Starrcade 2, we could be looking at the new United States champion.
I mean, if this is anything to go by, this might well be the site of our new United States champion. But again, congratulations to Jason Dixon on this win.
Absolutely. X not able to come back in this one. I think that gash over his forehead there, I didn't see exactly how it happened, but the blood running down in his face had to be hard for him to see and breathe. Jason Dixon taking advantage, wrapping him up in that troubleshooter and getting X to tap out.
Again, this is a huge statement, so let's see if he can continue that statement to Starrcade 2.
More tag team action here as the Southern Smoke Boys squaring off. You saw them come in earlier in the night and take out Heel Money. But now the champs walking out here, the tag team titles around their waist, will be taking on the team of Titan and Dominator. We see them in Frenzy in Worldwide Wrestling, getting a shot here on the main card, taking on the champions. What a huge opportunity it is for these two young men.
It's a huge opportunity, but again, the champions made known their challengers earlier in the night, so I think the champions are seeing this match as some kind of preparation for that big matchup.
Very well may be, but Dominator and Titan, neither of these two men you want to take lightly. That's for sure. We've seen them in singles competition. Dominator, one of the most extreme, hardcore competitors out there, and absolutely formerly known as Dean Moxley, who was hardcore champion here in HWA a couple of years ago.
I mean, he has put on a new leaf, and he has made friends, it seems. So I'm curious if those friends will help him out.
The two big boppers in this one squaring off and going. Titan is going after the referee, Kerry Stroud. What? The American Outlaw not liking that whatsoever. Titan, for some reason, went right after Kerry Stroud. I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Please tell me he's getting fined for that. Please tell me that he's getting fined.
I'm sure he will. James Black watching this one. The American Outlaw not very happy about that either. You can say what you want about the Outlaw, but hitting women is not one thing that he appreciates, especially women that aren't signed on competitors. Kerry Stroud, a referee, I know that they have to sign a waiver every now and then. They're going to take a bump inadvertently, but this man called Titan just went right after Kerry Stroud at the opening bell for, no apparent reason whatsoever.
I mean, I'm just saying, are we sure they aren't high? Are we sure Titan isn't high or something like that?
I don't know him very well, to be honest, Sandra. I don't know if he uses drugs or not. We know that the Southern Smoke Boys partake in some extracurricular activities, but Titan doesn't appear to be part of them, so I can't really speak very much from him. And Money Mike now squaring off against Dominator, formerly, as you said, as CFT mentioned, formerly known as Dean Moxley.
I mean, luckily the referee seems to be alright, and it seems to be that we're still going with this match.
Absolutely, Kerry Stroud showing her toughness. She's back up and calling fair. Looks like she had a couple words to say there to Titan, who was standing on the outside. You saw her head turn, the top of the screen, shouting something to Titan.
I mean, I bet she isn't happy about what Titan was doing to her, so...
Money Mike all over Dominator here as he tags in his partner, American Outlaw. Jason Michaels back in. Outlaw taking up Dominator up onto his shoulder and draping that neck across the top rope.
Oh, that looks painful.
Make sure all of you that are watching hit that like button for us. And Jason Michaels going for a pin. Looked like just 1.5 there, Kerry Stroud.
I mean, it seems like it's still early on in the match, so he probably has to do a lot more damage to get this match to win.
Jason Michaels wrapping Dominator up in a very peculiar submission hold here. Looked like I don't know what the heck he calls it. A modified camel clutch with the armbar sort of variant, wrapping that arm of Dominator around the leg.
That looks really, really painful.
Dominator here diving, making a tag to the big man, Titan. Titan going right after Jason Michaels, but Michaels with a back body drop avoids taking any damage right there.
See, that's the smart part. See, he's already noticing. Oh, what's he doing?
Jason Michaels has him in a rear naked choke.
Oh,
looks like a $1 million dream variant. Absolutely, that's what we saw Will King tap Gonzo out with earlier on in the day.
So, I mean, it seems to be a very favorite move from those big guys. Oh, wait on.
Kerry Stroud with a 1 count, but Dominator diving in, breaking things up. All 4 competitors in the ring. Dominator getting tossed out by Money Mike. Now Money Mike not done with Dominator yet. Sprinting on the outside. All 4 men still battling. Money Mike and Dominator on the outside. The 2 big boppers in the ring here. Kerry Stroud keeping an eye on the 2 men. The 2 men in the ring are the legal competitors, but their partners are on the outside. Money Mike just driving the face of Dominator off that ring post right here in front of me.
Hey, SPJ, do watch out. I don't want you to get hurt.
Definitely keeping an eye on things. Hopefully security can keep them away from the booth here so I can focus on the in-ring action. And Jason Michaels is bleeding here.
Oh.
Just noticed, I don't know how long that's been happening, but there's a big gash on his forehead.
Again, from my home, I can't see details like that. It's, again, I'm not at the booth, so...
No, it looks like Titan may be opened up as well. Blood just flowing aplenty here in HWA episode number 66 here from season 2. And Money Mike driving Dominator into the ground. These 2 continuing to battle on the outside.
SPJ, I might suggest you might get a little bit away from that table.
Could be bad news for someone getting pinned in the ring here. Not having a partner that they can dive on to tag in. A 2 count and Money Mike breaking things up. Dominator looked like he was on the verge of pinning Jason Michaels. Seeing it in the nick of time as Money Mike.
See, that's the awareness you have to have as the champions. You have to keep an eye on that ring.
Absolutely. Yep. These 2 best friends go back a long way and actually run the Southern Smoke Wrestling together. Know each other very well. A great tag team, and Mike now running across, knocking Titan off the apron. Titan not appreciating it, swearing at Money Mike, but back in the ring. Focused, it seems, here.
I mean, again, that goes back to the championship, to the champions. Ah, look at that. Mad Dog X seems to be here.
Mad Dog X absolutely checking in. Appreciate that, Mad Dog. We mentioned you earlier. Hardcore champion in KCW. Mad Dog continuing to collect some titles across the industry.
Oh, here he goes with a move.
Dominator with a huge DDT. Kerry Stroud in with just a 2 count. Dominator thought he had the American Outlaw taken out right there. Gesturing Outlaw to get to his feet. Dominator going for a finish here.
Oh, what is it?
But no, Michaels got his foot up on that bottom rope.
See, that's the ring awareness of the champions. They keep an eye on everything.
Now Money Mike in a bad spot over in the corner of the on their opponents here.
Interesting statement.
Dominator with a fall-out power bomb onto Money Mike. Mike, not the legal competitor, took his eye off the prize, and now Jason Michaels has him up. Going for a pin is the American Outlaw. Titan diving in and breaking it up.
That is close. That is very, very close. But again, a very interesting statement from Mad Dog X saying that he is not done yet.
Jason Michaels in a bad spot, taking on both members of this thrown together tag team. I don't know if these 2 are friends, but they're pitted together tonight, taking on the Southern Smoke Boys. Kerry Stroud saw the tag, signaled, and now Money Mike taking his place back in the ring.
I mean, they're working very well together. I mean, any untrained tag team would have been done by now.
Absolutely, especially taking on the tag team champions, guys that know each other as well as the Southern Smoke Boys do.
Exactly. Any team, any untrained team would not stand a chance against the tag team champions, but these guys do. So, I'm saying maybe they could continue with this being a tag team.
Definitely an interesting brawling style tag team for sure. Titan now has Money Mike up on his shoulders and a rack, but oh, what a move right there!
Oh.
A torture rack into a pile driver.
Oh, that is hurting. That he must be feeling that in the morning.
No matter how talented you are, you get hit with something like that, you're on the verge of having it at the end of your night. Titan did his damage now, tagging Dominator back in.
I mean, is he going to make a cover? Is he going to make a pin?
Going with some ground and pound here, but Money Mike rolling around, delivering some forearm and elbow shots, tagging American Outlaw back in. Lots of tags in this one from both teams.
I mean, both teams returning the fresh man. That's a very smart strategy. That way you always have the freshest man in the ring.
Good sound tag advice right there, Sander. You spend much time in the tag team scene? I know you were part of, what was it, the Resistance and the Crew, correct?
Yeah, the Crew. We ran HWA for a little while until that blow out. And I have been a part of a tag team in Dreadup as well. Oh, that seems to be...
Going for a pin now. Here's Titan. Referee Kerry Stroud going for the tag, but bodies piling up everywhere. Money Mike breaking up that pin attempt.
Luckily, the referee seems to be alright after that big pile up.
Nightbot wants to know who you all think is going to win this one. A big pile driver from the American Outlaw, but Titan kicking out again.
Titan is one big, strong guy.
Titan absolutely not going down without a fight. Here's Jason Michaels, has him in that rear choke again.
Oh,
this one is in deep, but Dominator diving to break it up.
He just barely saw it, and he's already... He already saw it, and he breaks it up appropriately.
And now carrying Dominator across, and Michaels power bombing Dominator out of the ring.
Oh.
Now finally, Titan is singled out. This is the opportunity that Michaels needs. Dominator just power bombed onto the outside. There's another big pile driver. Money Mike in the background keeping Dominator down, and there it is, Southern Smoke Boys picking up an impressive victory.
That's what I'm saying. This was good practice for the Smoke Boys.
Great teamwork by the tag champs for sure.
This was an example of how you do a tag team matchup. Lots of fresh in tag ins, lots of good moves, lots of attention and ring awareness. That's how you do it when it comes to being a tag team.
Did you say lots of good food in part of that spiel?
No. I said like, that's how you do a lot of good moves.
I thought you said you need a lot of good food. Jason Michaels, as we know, loves his catering fables.
But let's see. But again, so far it has been really good action.
My secret place, I hide away. My only way to be okay. So much abuse stitched in my brain. The only world I've known betrays. Just let me sleep. Just let me sleep.
You go, great look at Worldwide Wrestling, and now moving into the next match, singles competition here. as we've got the television champion, the 2 years reigning television champion, Hired Gun, as he takes on another newcomer to HWA, getting a shot here. Barnes Reed, another 3-dub competitor that you are very familiar with, Sander.
I mean, I've known this guy for a long time as well. I mean, he is an interesting competitor. He is a very strict code to which he lives by, so let's see what Barnes Reed can do in HWA and in this matchup.
Make sure you guys all keep an eye on Worldwide Wrestling. Subscribe over there if you have not already. Looks like the next episode of Rebellion is set to air later today, sometime this afternoon or this evening. And their big pay-per-view Blackout is on the verge, which could take place anywhere between tomorrow up until next Tuesday is kind of the loose time frame.
I mean, that is true, but you know, let's highlight one of the matches on that Blackout card. We have a fatal 4-way tag team title matchup between the Megastars, the Guardians of Time. I think Heel Money is in there, so it's gonna be a big matchup.
Is a title on the line for that one, Sander?
Exactly, just like I said, it's a fatal 4-way tag team title matchup. The Megastars are going to defend their titles.
This is probably the best chance that anyone has had so far in taking some of the gold off the shoulders and waists of the Megastars over in Worldwide Wrestling. And speaking of gold that's been around the waist of a man for a long time, here's the Hired Gun from Boston, Massachusetts. Rod Dunn, the television champion, reigning, defending for, 2 years now here in HWA.
2 years, yeah. I remember me and him fighting for that championship.
2 years is a long time for anyone to hold any belt, especially a man that's defended it as much as the Hired Gun has. Now, in that time, he has only picked up 2 losses total in HWA, and those were both non-title matches, but it seems with that title on the line, he always rises above and takes the win.
I mean, he has proven why he belongs as the HWA television champion, and I can speak from experience when it comes to holding titles for a very long time, because as I may do a little bit of a promotional here, I held the IWA United Kingdom Championship for nearly 2 years.
Mad Dog X is saying that he's got him. He's saying that the Hired Gun is afraid of him.
Does that sound... It sounds like a challenge to me.
And here's the bell. Let's see if Barnes Reed is up to delivering the Hired Gun his 3rd loss in HWA. Let's see if Barnes Reed can accomplish that. And what was that? He just hit him with an X mark the spot.
What?
Hired Gun just hit Barnes Reed and wins this one using Mad Dog X's finisher move.
What?
I have never seen Hired Gun use that move in his career. Let's take another look at that. Definitely a spit in the face of Mad Dog X. Hitting him with his own finisher move right there. What in the world?
What?
Definitely a shot at Mad Dog.
Oh, it seems like the Hired Gun has heard Mad Dog X and is making a statement towards him.
Make sure you check out CSWA if you haven't already. That's the channel for James Sargent, ladies and gentlemen. CSWA. Go check them out as well. Been a long time friends of HWA. Well before it was HWA. And ladies and gentlemen, there was a ton more that I had planned, as we said, for this episode. So those that I reached out with in PM, I apologize that I wasn't able to get You're spot on here. So we are ending it in episode 66 right here, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a lot to get through
What
leading
a
to
show.
Starcade, but
What
hopefully
a show.
that was definitely an enjoyable show, although cut way shorter than I had planned. So folks, I apologize for that, but there's a lot that we've got to get done still to end season 2, working up to Starcade. The next streaming will be the 3 matches, the qualifiers for our Star Chamber.
I mean, SPJ, you let me know, and maybe I can, from this home, accompany you on those 3 matches.
You could have very well been one of the competitors in it had you not been suspended here. So,
Again, it's all circumstantial.
Yeah.
Again, Black doesn't dare to take it to me. So, he likes to take it out on the
did
people
James
that I
tell you how long? Is it for the remainder of the season? Like, are you not allowed to compete in Starcade?
He said that it was for the remainder of the season, so...
So we won't be seeing Sander Cool at Starcade this year.
Seems like it. Seems like I'm gonna miss out. Only because
Well-
James Black is afraid to take it to me.
Well,
Yes, you
hopefully you can make up for it and get you part of Starcade 3, but that's a whole year away. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for jumping in. A lot of people tuning into this one here today. I guess we picked a good time of the day to stream finally. But that's the end of episode 66. Thank you all for tuning in. Sander Cool, it is a pleasure to finally have you back on commentary with me. It's too bad you couldn't be sitting here beside sharing some laughs. Had to do this one from your apartment in New York City, but still altogether a good show. Lacked the finishing touches that we usually have on there, but I would bet that the opening match could easily be match of the night tonight.
That opening match was insane.
All right, folks, I'm going to jump out here. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Keep an eye on for the qualifying matches that will be taking place shortly, and get built up for Starcade. We will now be able to start officially announcing the match card for Starcade. So as you see, or if you already know, don't be afraid to shoot out those videos for us, both on the page and the promo videos shot directly to me that you want actually in the Starcade 2 episode. If you know you're going to be on that card, shoot us some promo videos for your upcoming matches at Starcade. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. See you next time.